Greetings, friends. So you have come here with the skill of solving equations, the skill of solving absolute value equations, the skill of solving inequalities. But what if I combined those skills into some sort of I don't know, it's like if you've been learning karate so far and I taught you how to punch and then I taught you how to block and then I taught you how to kick, right? And now I'm like, all right, now combine all those skills. You're going to be attacked by a pack of ninjas now. And you're going to know when to punch, block, and kick, right? You're going to know how to take down each ninja as they come at you, right? That's what we're doing today. We're taking on all three kind of skills simultaneously. So beware. Look out. It's happening right now. What's up? Question, comment?
Didn't we already take notes on this? Are we doing more?
No, I don't think so. Did we do absolute value and inequalities yet?
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying? See, we kind of had a Venn diagram going on. We did some abs vals, and we did some inequalities. And today we're bam, we're right there. You see that? Huh? It's called a Venn diagram. VENN. So, let's start off with a little example. Let's learn how to punch these ninjas in the face. So what if I've got the absolute value of x plus 1 is less than, I don't know, 7? Sure, 7. There it is. All right. So with our absolute value knowledge, what did we typically do? Break it up? Yeah. Man, you even knew the right tone to say it in. So check this out. So I'm gonna break it up, right? Yeah, it did seem. Oh, you know what? Here, I'll take care of you, man. Let me put it in. Oh, what did I just do? That's not good.
Now you're taken care of.
That's a little better. Yeah, you're welcome. So there's two possibilities. X plus 1 is, man, it's fading out again. X plus 1 is less than 7. All right. Or X plus 1. And what happened?
Less than 7. Less than negative 7. Yeah.
Well, let's say using our absolute value knowledge, we would want to change this to a negative 7, right? Right? There's actually, let me explain it this way. Or it was the opposite of this is less than 7. We didn't really quite think about it this way. But how could I get rid of this opposite, this minus 1 here, being multiplied?
Just subtract 1 from x.
This is, I'm going to skip this step in most of the cases, but I'd have to flip the sign and change the sign of that. So I kind of just skip over this, all right, to this, and I do two things. I flip the inequality, and I change the sign. All right, but this is kind of the reason why it happens, because it's the opposite of this relates to the 7, and then, but then I flip it and that. So two things occurring. All right, beware, friends. Beware. So let's now just solve both of these simultaneously, I guess. Subtract 1, subtract 1. Hey, it's the same steps over here. I can do that. And I'll have x is less than 6. And over here I'll have x is greater than what now? Negative 8. Now, check this out. This is kind of interesting. Let's draw this on a number line and figure out what's going on here. So I've got 0 here probably. I've got 6 maybe over here. I've got negative 8 a little further in the other direction, right? Let's graph just this part right here first. What would that be? Open circle shaded to the left, right? And what would the other one be? Open circle shaded to the right. It turns out that these guys, the solutions are everything in between these 2 points, but not including those points. All right. So the arrows, if you will, were pointing towards one another. And that means this is going to be an and problem. All right. Where it's between both of those at the same time if the arrows are pointing towards one another. So it turns out instead of writing my answer like this and putting and there, right, because it's kind of both of those at the same time, what we're going to do is, watch this, I write my answer from least to greatest. From least to greatest. Man, those are like backwards FTs going on there. Greatest. So watch this. So the smallest thing going on here is my -8. So I'm going to write -8. The middlest thing going on here is my x, right? X is all the stuff in the middle. And my largest thing going on here is the 6. And since this is written from least to greatest, I can just throw some nice little less than signs in there. If they included the equal to, then I would have them include the equal to here. And it turns out this is the proper way to write this answer. Okay, so it's kind of weird. It's like absolute value and inequalities. And by the way, this is called a compound inequality when there's kind of two constraints taking place to our variable at the same time, where I'm saying like it's between two things. It's kind of what's going on. So it's a little bit unusual, a little bit, but it's not that bad. Let's do another one. Un otro problema. Let's have the absolute value of, let's do -2x minus 3 is less than or equal to 15, how about? So, when do I get to break up the absolute value? How do I know? Because it's as by itself as it can be, right? I've isolated the absolute value, right? I can't access any of these guys on the inside until I've dealt with these like force field barriers that are all like whoa, 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 right? Like I can't penetrate that force field. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it up. Break it up. So let's see. So I'll have -2x minus 3 is less than or equal to 15, the old regular version. And then -2x minus 3, and I'm doing two things here. What am I doing? Flip the inequality and change the sign. Okay? And now I can solve both of these simultaneously even. +3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And whoop-a-dee, here we go. -2 is less than or equal to 18. -2. Oh, -2x. Where's my x? There it is. It's there the whole time. Greater than or equal to, let's see, different signs. So I subtract them. 15 and 3 subtract to be 12. And who was more influential? The 15. So it's, man, became negative. And now what do? Div by, oh, you caught it. Divide a negative in the same sentence when I'm referring to inequalities. You better believe I'm flipping that sign. Greater than or equal to -9, and x is less than or equal to +6. So let's graph this perhaps, shall we? So let's see, I'll have 0, I'll have 6, I'll have like a -9 or something over here, probably. And let's see, what's this part telling me? Okay. And this part? Close circle left. So it looks like it's shaded in between again, meaning it's an and problem, because the arrow is pointed towards one another. You don't have to write this little part here, but So I can write this from least to greatest. So negative 9, x, and 6. And what are my filler signs going to be? It's from least to greatest, so that's a clue.
Negative 9 is less than
And these signs, when they're written this way, are always going to be pointing in the same direction. All right, these signs should never point away from each other. And if I read this out loud, I would say negative 9 is less than or equal to x, which is accurate, right? This point is less than or equal to all of my solutions. And my solutions are less than or equal to 6, right? So negative 9 less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 6. So, so that once again is an and problem. And. Let's see. I think I need one more quick example. What if I've got abs 3x close abs minus 5 is greater than, I don't know, what do you think? 2? 2? Sure. Well, yeah, it's too late. It's fine. It'll do. So, thoughts?
Get rid of the negative 5.
Yeah, let's get that abs val by itself. Block, punch, kick. All right, and now what do I do?
You have to break it up.
Break it up. So here we go. I've got 3x is greater than 7. Man, I hate writing greater than signs next to 7s. Oof. Like seriously, like it's just like this and this. That's why I put a little swipe on my 7. Oh. And the other side, what's that going to be? 3x is less than negative 7. Let's see. So, solve these. Yeah, that's what I was thinking later, but I'm a friend of fractions, so don't bother me none. So I'll get x is greater than 7/3. Oops, slow down, friend. And x is less than negative 7/3. So let's number line this to figure out what's going on here. Number line. So let's see, here's 0. Where is 7/3 between what numbers? Yeah, I think it's between 2 and 3. Right, that's like 2 and 1/3. So here's 2, here's 3, here's negative dose, negative trace, and then I could divide those sections up into thirds if I wanted, something like. So let's see, what's this half tell me? 2 1/3. What am I doing here? Open circle, shaded to the right. And what am I doing here? Is that right here? No, that's right there. That would have been negative 2 2/3. To the left. So hey, this is like pointing away from itself, isn't it? That's actually just fine. But it turns out because it's pointing away from itself, this will be an OR problem. So OR points away from itself. And because of that, I can just throw a happy little OR right there and then box this. Bam. No es más malo, es más bien del mundo, no? Yeah, sí. So OR problems shade away from themselves and problems shade towards themselves, right? Good stuff. And then let me talk real quick, el más rápido, about compound inequalities. I'm just going to do like one example of this. And in this case, if I wanted to solve this, it is like awesome sauce. What if I've got negative 3 is less than or equal to 2x plus 1 is less than, I don't know, 5. Nice. I always pick those same numbers, I think. So this one is an and problem, all right, because it's written from least to greatest, right? These are all less than signs. And this hasn't yet been solved. So this is called a compound inequality. But if I wanted to get the x by itself, well, first of all, what if this part wasn't here, pretending? All right, if I asked you to solve that, what would you do to both sides? Right, you'd subtract 1 from both sides. So instead of, oh, let's see, here we go. Oh, I'm messing up. Yeah, I'm just going to subtract 1 from all 3 sides. Craziness. That's like going from Warcraft 2 to StarCraft 1, where they went from like 2 races to just like to having 3. It's craziness. Man. So negative 4 is less than or equal to, this would be 2x in the middle, is less than 4. Okay. Thoughts? Divide by 2 where? Everywhere. Everywhere. So I'll get, oh, do I flip the sign? But if I divided by a negative, I would have. And I'd have to flip both signs. So negative 2 is less than x is less than 2. And there we go. We're done. All right? So, yeah, this just kind of combines the skills we already knew, and it makes them all friends. And now they're all teaming up against us like a pack of ninjas, and you just got to punch, kick, block. That's all you do. So it's going to be good. All right, Internet friends, enjoy your life of absolute value inequalities.